Okay, to everyone watching, this is just me testing this out at first to see if it works, because if you were here yesterday, you'll know that I was having some trouble, and there's the trouble again. Seems like it's still not going to work. Why is this? I'm just going to shut off the live chat. Sorry, everyone. I just don't want distractions right now. See, I'm connected right now, but I'm willing to bet in just a few minutes I'm going to disconnect again for some reason. Well, if I just continue on, I'm sure within the next 2 or 3 encounters, that's exactly what's going to happen. It might be an issue with my router, come to think of it. In which case, I'll just go over there, restart it, see if that fixes it. Like I said, sorry for having to turn off the chat. I know it's lagging, that's what I'm trying to fix with this stream. Also, it's not allowing me to connect to my usual thing. It says my password's wrong, which is obviously incorrect because I'm the one who set the password. Yep, there it goes. I'm sure this is invigorating streaming for you guys, but this is kind of driving me nuts how much it lags, and I don't really know why, so I'm trying to fix it. That's why I'm streaming so early, and that's why I'm not doing anything right now except just, well, nothing. I can only troubleshoot while I stream is the problem, so apologies to anyone who really, really wants to see me do actual things, but unfortunately, I'm unable to do actual things right now. Again, I doubt that was a permanent fix, but we're going to try it. I'm getting high CPU usage, but no drop frames yet. The high CPU usage is just because I don't have a graphics card. My RAM is handling all the moving pictures that you see. Yeah, my CPU is running at 100%. 35% OBS, 21% Skype. I guess I could just close that. Skype for some reason. Okay, what else? Netgear Genie, you can close that as well. I guess I can go ahead and re-enable the live chat. You guys promise to behave. Whoops. Just go ahead and refresh your stream, and you should be able to chat again. Like I said, though, I don't think it's a permanent solution, but maybe it'll work. Who knows? If it does work, then I'll just go ahead and keep streaming until I hit like 46, 4700. Shall see. But yeah, just go ahead and refresh your pages, everyone, so you can chat with me if you so wish. No drop frames yet, no lag yet. Stream output is good. YouTube is getting everything just fine now. So what I did was I tricked my router into giving me the wired connection setting without my computer actually being wired. There's no internet plug on this wall that my computer's on. So, but the wired setting on the router also has a wireless. It's just hidden. But I tricked it into showing the wireless setting, which is a whole lot stronger and a whole lot more reliable than any other setting on the thing. So I think that should fix it. I'll go ahead and refresh my page as well while I'm at it, actually. It looks like it's fixed for now, at least, so... Anyway, okay, yeah, I needed to refresh my chat to see it, guys. How's it going, everyone? This is a little earlier than usual, but I decided to stream earlier so that I could troubleshoot my stream problems before it got too late in the day, when more people would see this. How is life? Well, life's pretty good. You guys have been supporting me through TAD this past week, and it's been phenomenal, the amount of support I've gotten through that. Which reminds me, how many of you have done your TADs for today? I want to see a show of hands. Really, every single person who helps out through TAD, it really helps me out a lot. In fact, I was just thinking, if you guys continue to support me through TAD like you have been doing, I should be able to do a whole lot more trips in a year. So that I'll be able to do things like go to Pokemon Regional Championships and Nationals and Worlds like I did in 2015. Be able to meet people to be able to meet you guys, well, my fans, just wherever I go. So thank you so much for your support there. It really will give me a lot more extra income to be able to do stuff like that. Anyway, so I'm like, that realization this morning just helped me feel so much better after yesterday. As you remember, yesterday my stream was giving me issues, and it looks like it's fine now. fingers are still crossed, but nothing bad has happened in 15 encounters, and I'm cautiously optimistic. Mooney just donated $5. Holy cow! Thank you so much. Hype in the chat, everybody. Thank you so much, Mooney. That's very generous of you. Galen, Tad is an app that you download onto your phone or mobile device. It is free, 100% free. And what you do is you watch ads on it, specifically ads, but you don't need to watch it for long. You only need to watch the ads long enough for the points to count, and you can only earn up to 500 points per day, which is, I reached that in 15 or 20 minutes myself. And once you hit 500 points, you just pledge it to me, and I get money directly from those ads. It's a way of you to help support me, since YouTube kind of sucks right now as a job. By that, I mean, it still pays enough for me to live off of, but barely. I'm earning way less than I used to before the ad crisis. So you guys supporting me through TAD will really help to give me some extra money that YouTube should give me, but doesn't. And plus, if for any reason YouTube stops paying me altogether, TAD is a great thing to sit on while I go out and have to find a real job, or while YouTube recovers or whatever. Basically, this day and age, you cannot rely 100% on YouTube for a job. I have Patreon and TAD to help me in other ways as well, and I have sponsors who are willing to jump in at any second just in case I need money while I need to recover. So, long story short, TAD is a way for you to help support the channel and make sure that I can keep doing this for a living. I love YouTube. YouTube is the best job that I have ever had, and I'm sure the best I will ever have. But it's anything but a sure thing. At any minute, even as I speak, Nintendo could like flag all my videos and shut down my channel, and I'd never be able to make a penny off of YouTube again. So I have other ways to help keep me alive if that were to happen. I have backups, and while YouTube is around, those backups just give me a lot of extra money to do things like go on extra trips, like my trip to New York in February. I'm already planning stuff out, and it looks like I'll be doing a fan meetup at the Nintendo store in New York on Saturday, February 24. That is the goal. And it looks like Fishy Fisher will be there as well, probably, and Jordan Japan. You guys would know him from his Pokemon videos. I've collaborated with him a lot in the past. So it looks like that's what's going to happen, and you guys supporting me on TAD will help fund the trip. It'll basically help to make sure that I'll be able to fly instead of drive, that I'll be able to stay in a hotel that's in a nicer part of the neighborhood. Stuff like that. Mr. Wiggles, I'm not doing shiny hunting for money, although the donation goal there is very nice for getting a graphics card, so I'll be able to... okay, let me put it this way. I currently am unable to stream anything more intensive than a 3DS game just because the computer is not powerful enough to stream a Wii U or Switch. The graphics card will enable me to stream a Wii U or Switch so that I'll be able to do Splatoon 2 streams in the future, which I'm sure a lot of you are really excited to see. And hey, we are only about $100, $105.88 away from reaching that. So, yeah, seriously, I'm super excited for that. That we're almost there. Once I get the graphics card, I'll be able to stream so much more. I'll be able to put on a webcam. I'll be able to add GIFs and animations. I'll be able to stream PC games, most likely. I'll be able to record PC games. I've been wanting to do an Overwatch series forever, and I'm just unable to because I don't have a graphics card right now. DJ, you could, but there's a problem. TAD only maxes out at 500 per day. So you could do it for 10 hours straight, but only 500 TADs count. So it's just best to only do it 15 or 20 minutes a day. Max it out, and then wait until the next day. Don't worry, Jen. I'm sure the stars will align someday and you'll be able to meet me. Will I play Pikmin? I don't have any Pikmin games, but anything's possible for the future. Yeah, Psycho, I know, but as I've explained before, I want to... I basically asked the chat what a good goal would be for a graphics card. Everyone agreed $500, so I'm just going to get the $500 first and then shop around for whatever graphics card I want. But that's around that. And if I get a GTX 1070 for $450, then that other $50 will go to something else. Probably my next donation goal, which I honestly don't know what it'll be. Oh, awesome, someone. I hope you enjoy that new 2DS XL of yours. I won't lie, I kind of want one. But I really can't justify spending that much money for another 3DS. I have this one already, which costs $500, because it has a capture card on it. And I have my special Pokemon-themed 3DS XL as well, that costs $200. And I just can't justify another $150 on a 2DS that I'll probably never use. Yeah, Jen, most likely whenever I go on trips, I will mention it in a video a week or two in advance, just so then people will be aware of it, so that they'll know to come look for me or to follow me on Twitter on updates and stuff like that. So, like, I'm going to New York in February, but next year I'd also like to go to, if Tad continues to help out, I should be able to afford going to a ton of Pokemon Regional and National and International and World Championships, like I did a few years ago. I'm just not this year. One, because of money, but two, also in protest of how they treated spectators at Worlds last year. Basically, last year, it wasn't literally like this, but it may as well have been. We arrived, and they informed us upon arrival that we were not allowed in, that only competitors were allowed to go in. So the San Francisco portion of my trip was absolutely wasted, and I felt horrible because I had talked 3 of my friends who don't even like Pokemon as much as I do to go, because I convinced them that they were going to have a fun time, that there was plenty of stuff for them to do, and we got there and turns out, nope, the most we could do was go into the Pokemon Center. I noticed you, David. I notice every single person in the chat. I just am kind of busy streaming, and it looks like I'm still cautiously optimistic here, but it looks like the lag issues are all gone. Woo! And there was much rejoicing. But yeah, that's why I'm not going to any Pokemon events this year. Last year sort of left a bad taste in my mouth. If Tad continues to pay well, then I should be able to afford going to other events just fine this upcoming year. I would even love to go to foreign countries. Like, I've been talking with Unlisted Leaf. He said if I ever come to Australia, he'd be happy to do a collab with me and to show me places and do things. I'd love to go to big conventions like PAX, especially if it's not a wasted trip. I'd love to go to, I don't know, just so many things that I'd like to participate in. And I would really only be able to do most of those if Tad continued to pay well. And that's completely up to you guys. Can't I just play Overwatch on Xbox and PS4? Well, I need to buy them for Xbox and PS4, and it's still a $50 game, so you guys want to donate another $100 for me to get Overwatch on both those consoles, then feel free. In any case, the graphics card will enable me to stream that kind of stuff. I mean, I could just stream directly from the PS4 and Xbox One themselves. They do have apps for that. But it's just so much easier to set everything up on my computer. I have more control over everything that happens if it runs through my computer. What games do I currently have on PS4? I have, well, Star Wars Battlefront's the one I definitely put the most hours into. I have Uncharted 4, which came with the system and I haven't even touched yet. I have Excel World vs. Sword Art Online, and I have 2 limited run games, Drive, and Oceanhorn. And I also have Night Trap on order. I'm so happy that I got in on that. It was gone in 2 minutes. So anyway, that's what I have on PS4 right now. I'd love to get more PS4 games, obviously. What's the point in having a game console if you don't have games for it, right? Jen, I'm sure we'll be able to meet someday. I'm sure of it. Yeah, we've gone over 50 encounters now without issue, so I think we're safe. Whoa, man, you have no idea how much of a relief that is to me. Oh yeah, I have Undertale on order as well for PS4, I forgot about that. So, yeah, I'll probably play Undertale. Yeah, Lima, I think I've gotten all my issues figured out. In any case, that graphics card that I'm saving up for, completely from you guys' donations, that is going to help expand my live streams a lot. It'll help encourage me to live stream more, to do different games during live streams. It'll also help during my regular play. I'll be able to record videos at 1080p now instead of 720. I'll be able to record PC games and especially Overwatch. But in general, a graphics card will just help make my life so much better. That's why I'm saving up for it. Oh, congratulations, Tuiji. Lycanroc GX Rainbow. Awesome, that sounds pretty. My wife doesn't play Splatoon, so so I don't think she would have the first clue on how to do that. Oh, because I didn't mention it before, the background music is all by GlitchX City. A link to her channel is in the description of the stream. I highly recommend you go check her out. She's a great person. She makes the best Pokemon remixes. What's the second Pokemon in my party? It's a shiny Zigzagoon. Oh, Lima, I'm not talking, well, 1080p... Like, when I say I can record in 1080p, I mean just my regular videos. My computer right now, half the time when I record through my Elgato in 1080p, it corrupts the footage. So I've had to put it down to 720p, which is lower quality, but it guarantees that the footage runs fine. I think with a graphics card, it should be able to record, like, perfectly in 1080, in full 1080p gloriousness. So, yeah, that's... I mean, 720p is nothing bad, obviously, but it's, like, I can tell the difference whenever I upload a video in 720p and then go and play Splatoon in full 1080p. I can tell the difference, and I just think, man, I wish my subs could see the video this clearly, and a graphics card would help with that. I know quality isn't everything, and if you're watching on a phone or something, it doesn't matter anyway, but I mean, that's the reason why I haven't uploaded Overwatch videos. I could record Overwatch in, like, 240p, 7 frames a second, but you guys really don't want to see that. You want to see, at the very least, I want to show you 720p 30 FPS, and hopefully even more, but it's all up to whatever the graphics card can put out. In any case, since I don't have one right now, all I can do is that, which is horrible. Which is enough for me to play on, but not good enough for me to put on YouTube. Anyway, well, DJ, I'll be in New York in February. I don't know which side of Canada you live on, but Fishy is hoping to come down from Canada to meet up with me. I'll be doing a fan meetup in New York on February 24. Hopefully, that's the plan. Is to do it February 24 at the Nintendo store. So, with any luck, it'll happen. In any case, I am going to New York in February to see Frozen on Broadway the night of its premiere. I'm so excited for that. Also hoping to see Wicked. I hope to see the Empire State Building, World Trade Center, Statue of Liberty, Central Park, Times Square. Just so many things I want to see while I'm in New York. And you guys supporting me on TAD is going to help make all that happen. And yes, I will vlog the whole thing, and it won't take 2 months to post it like my Disney World trip did. Sorry about that. Gavin, my favorite amiibo is Mega Yarn Yoshi. It is cuddleable and lovable, and I adore it so much. Didn't I stream Splatoon Pokemon Red versus Blue? No, I don't believe I did. I don't think so. I did stream my Splatoon 2 global test fires, but if you go back and watch those, you'll see the quality was really low and there was not much I could really do as far as extra things like what you see on the screen right now. A graphics card will help me to make it high quality and all this stuff. Basically, it'll make my computer into a gaming machine. We got a $5 donation from Gaming Gyarados. Shout out to my friend Brandon. I will give him a shout out. Thank you so much. Hype in the chat, everybody. Okay, $399.12. We are 88 cents short of $400. It's over 9,000. There we go. Donation goal has been updated. Look at that. We are almost 80% of the way there. And there's another dollar. Oh, man. Oh, man. Thank you so much. Okay, I need to... Okay, $400.12. We are now less than $100 towards reaching that goal. That deserves the biggest of hypes. Still got a long way to go, but that's amazing. I just can't thank you enough. That is completely from people just giving me money out of the kindness of their hearts. And trust me, every penny is going towards that graphics card, which is going to help make these streams and my videos in general much better. I cannot thank you enough. Yes, Rubik's, I do have an Xbox One. My favorite Disneyland ride is probably Splash Mountain. What else have you guys been asking here? Is Zippy helping the stream? Yes, she is. She is the PR. She is the one who is making sure that all the plugs in the back are still plugged in correctly. I have a lot of cords running through my setup. I think this is a fire hazard, honestly, but... Whatever. That's fine, Gaming Gyarados. Thank you so much for your generosity. You've given me a lot of money these past few days. Do I have Destiny? Yeah, that was the question. No, I do not have Destiny, unfortunately. I know Destiny 2 is going to be huge when it comes out. Do I have a PS4? Yes, I have a PS4. I have every current generation game console. PS4, Xbox One, Wii U, and Nintendo Switch. Do I still do top 10s? Maybe I'll do top 10s of something someday, but right now I don't have any planned. All my time and effort really goes into my Splatoon stuff these days. What's my name? Skul TCG. Although I do understand if you can't pronounce that for whatever reason. Okay, I'm going to tweet out the stream real quick so that more people can join, because I didn't tweet this out before. So let me go ahead and do that. Because honestly, I was just starting the stream to troubleshoot it. Once it was done, I was going to just leave it alone. But I'm going to go ahead and tweet it out. Shiny hunting, and this time there's no lag. Come hang out for a few hours. There we go. What's my opinion on the Atari box? Oh man. Oh man. I want to be excited for it. The thought of Atari making an actual competitive video game console just should excite me. But I think at this point it's just a case of we'll have to wait and see what happens. Man, but trust me, if it actually does come out and it is a competitive console with exclusive games and all that stuff, I'm going to go ahead and support it as much as possible because I want for it to do well. How'd I come up with the name Skul TCG? Well, Skul is from Aragon, and it's been my name on the internet since 2003, so almost 10 years before I even started a YouTube channel. And I just shortened it to Skul instead of Skul, and I kept the Shirtigal, and then I added the TCG part because I started as a TCG channel. And I have people all the time asking me if I'm going to drop the TCG part because I don't do TCG anymore, don't do trading card game anymore. And to which my response is, so you're saying I should also drop Skul and Shirtigal because I don't focus on Aragon? And that's usually where the conversation ends. I have gotten this far with the name I have, and I'm going to continue on with the name I have as long as YouTube is a career for me. Rubik's, why couldn't you play with me on the 14th? What was the 14th? Monday? Because I don't recall doing anything on the 14th. Would I rather have the Atari box or a current-gen Sega console? I think I prefer a Sega console, in all honesty. But they're not going to do another console. Their last console was the Dreamcast, which many consider to be one of the best Sega consoles ever. Like, it's either that or the Genesis for most people. But the Dreamcast didn't last long. Sega funded it as long as there was money, and when there wasn't money anymore, they just switched over to making software instead. They don't have the money to make a console. I'm sure that the interest would be there, but their software business is doing too well for them to gamble all their money away on another console. I just don't think they're going to make a second console after the Dreamcast. In all honesty, technically the Atari box isn't made by the same Atari folks that we all know and love. Atari as we know it is just one person and a desk. That's literally it. The Atari box is made by a company that owns the Atari name, but it wasn't Atari themselves. And from what I understand, it's made through crowdsourcing anyway, not through internal funded money. So that's why I'm so skeptical about it actually being like what they claim it is. I hope it is, because can you imagine going to the store and saying, okay, I got my selection of PS4 games, Xbox One games, Nintendo Switch games, and Atari box games. That would be awesome, but I don't know if it's going to happen. My favorite game for the Wii U other than Splatoon? Super Smash Brothers. My main in Splatoon, well, the first Splatoon is the 52 Gal Deco. In Splatoon 2, my main right now is the Splat Dualies. It's just really, really nice. How much longer is this route? Until I catch a shiny. The way a ShinyLocke works is I have to stay on a route until I catch a shiny. I cannot go to Route 104 until I catch a shiny here on Route 103. And as you can see, we are far over odds. We are over 10% over odds. So, honestly, a shiny should show up at any point. The problem is, every single one of these Pokemon has the exact same chance. 1 in 4,096 of being a shiny. There's no way to chain it. There's no way to increase the odds whatsoever. Just get random encounters until it shines. Do I like the Splatbrella? Yeah, I love the Splatbrella. Didn't you see my video from yesterday? We're going to colonize Mars before Skul finishes the ShinyLocke. I wouldn't mind that. It would mean that we actually care about space exploration, which we currently don't. Which is really, it really frustrates me. I'm a huge advocate for space exploration. You know the last time the United States launched people into space? Last space shuttle, 2011. It's been 6 years since that happened. You know what the previous longest drought was between manned space missions? It was between the Apollo-Soyuz test mission in 1975 and the first space shuttle mission in 1981. 6 years. So next year, it'll be the longest drought ever between space missions, with the next one not even planned until 2023, for crying out loud. It's a joke. It's a freaking joke. Of course, SpaceX is hoping to send people to the space station next year and to the moon next December, which I guess I should be happy about, but those people who are going to the moon bought tickets. They aren't astronauts. They didn't train for it. They are rich people who could afford the money to just swing by the moon. Who knows? It could be Justin freaking Bieber, for crying out loud. Can you imagine? In history, among the first 20 people to go, among the first 25 people to go to the moon, Neil Armstrong, Gene Cernan, Jen Lovell, and Justin Bieber. Such a joke. So frustrating. But I don't think it's Justin Bieber. I don't think he would be interested in something like that. I hope it's James Cameron. Like, James Cameron, can you imagine him going to the moon? That'd be awesome. I'd be okay with that. But, you know, we really won't know who they are until, like, mid-next year, earliest. Whatever. I'm sorry, guys. I'm very passionate about space exploration, and I'm really mad that it seems the rest of the world isn't. It's been 45 years since we last went to the moon. You'd think by now we would have colonized the thing and gone to Mars, but nope. Something about politics, about how starving people in Africa are more important. I don't know. Actually, Big Brown Muffin, the president, I think most of you don't realize this, but the president actually tried to persuade NASA to launch people into space as early as 2019. NASA decided, no, we're not going to do that because we don't like your administration. He was really pushing for astronauts to go to the moon just 2 years from now. But NASA decided no. Well, honestly, it is a safety thing because it would have required putting them on the first rocket to the moon. Instead, they're going to push it back to like their third or fourth just to make sure the thing is safe enough, which makes sense. But blaming it on the president is 100% false, and you should do more research. You guys have really got to do more research. Seriously. Trust me, I'm on top of everything on the space program. If we have any president to blame, it's President Obama, because in 2010 he just canceled the Constellation program and didn't offer a replacement. Said it was too much money. You guys figure out what you're going to do next, and he never did offer anything. And this is here. Let me make it very clear, very, very clear. I am not picking sides. I am not saying I hated Obama and I love Trump. I'm not saying I love Trump and hate Obama. I simply am telling you the facts. The facts are, in 2010, President Obama canceled the Constellation program, saying it was too, it was wasting too much money. He didn't offer a replacement. This year, President Trump said, "Hey NASA, can you guys send people to the moon in 2019? I would really love to see that." And NASA said, "No, the earliest we could do it is 2023. Those are simply the facts. Still, 2023. That's a 12-year freaking gap between the last space shuttle mission and the next time people are put on a rocket into space from American soil. It's so... This is important to me. It's not important to anyone else. I understood that long ago, and I'm just going to leave it at that. My favorite color is green. Your prediction was 4550. Unfortunately, that was not practical. Sorry. Yes, Animation. Animation Trainer gets it. Don't blame Obama. Blame Nintendo. Because in the end, it is Nintendo's fault. Yeah. There you go. It's always Nintendo's fault. Yeah, the sooner you learn that, the happier you will be. Look at me. I'm smiling. I'm actually smiling. Makes me feel a whole lot better knowing that it's Nintendo's fault. In the end, it's always Nintendo's fault. Do I think we'll get it before 5,000? I don't know. Honestly, I thought we'd get it before 4,000, so I freaking don't know. I hope, but it's anyone's guess. Sorry, Rubik's, I'm not currently looking for collaborations right now. Any other games that interest me for the Switch? Well, obviously Splatoon 2, but also Breath of the Wild. That's a beautiful game. In my opinion, that is the best game ever made. Like, ever. There's also, you know, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I love a game on the Switch called Shantae Half Genie Hero, but that's not a Switch exclusive game. It's on all sorts of different platforms. It was even on the Wii U. But I love that. It's a very fun, addicting game. What else is on the Switch that I'm addicted to right now? Cars 3 isn't that bad. I highly recommend. There's a game that came out yesterday called Trollin' Eye. Don't get Trollin' Eye. That's a horrible game. Like, I thought 1-2 Switch was the worst game ever, and then I saw Trollin' Eye, and it made 1-2 Switch look like Ocarina of Time by comparison. Trollin' Eye, just don't get Trollin' Eye, whatever you do. Don't. I got it just because I needed it for my complete collection. It is now on my shelf, and it is going to rot on my shelf. I'm never going to touch it. Do I think I'll ever get to 1 million subs? I don't know. I honestly don't think so. But you never know, because I never thought I'd get to 100,000. And yet here I am almost at 200,000, and I can hardly believe it. So, I mean, hey, if I do this 5 more times, then I'll hit 1 million. I honestly don't think so. We'll see what happens. That's about all I can say. If you send the Super Chat, it's the same as doing it on Patreon. No. Super Chat, whenever you donate on Super Chat, the money goes towards the graphics card. And you don't get a reward out of it. Basically, Super Chat, donations of any kind on the stream are just you saying, here, I want you to have this money because I enjoy your content and I want to fund whatever you're saving up for. Which I very much appreciate, but that does mean you don't get a reward. On Patreon, you pledge that money every single month for as long as you want. And then you get a reward out of it. If it's $1 a month, then you get credit at the end of all my videos for that month. If it's $5 a month, you get the credit and you get a 1-hour session with me playing whatever game you want, as long as we both have the same game. So on Patreon, you get a reward and you have to pledge every single month. Super Chat, you don't get a reward and it's a one-time thing that goes towards my donation goal. There's a £10 donation from Country Folk Kamasan. I am back! Also, what do Patreons get? I pledge $5 per month. Well, if you pledge £5 per month. I guess that's $5 rewards here. Hype in the chat, everyone! Let me see, what's £10 to dollars right now? £10 to USD. $12.85. Wow. Okay, that puts it up to 97. $412.97. Wow, look at that number. Hype indeed. Thank you so much. Well, I just explained what Patreon pledgers get. So if you're in the $5 reward tier, that means that you get credit at the end of my videos and a 1-hour session with me playing a game every month. So there you go. And unfortunately, that is the only way that you get to play with me right now. I wish it wasn't the case. Maybe one day I will do a with fans session, but I'll probably make it a live stream. Which means I wouldn't be able to do it until I get the graphics card anyway. But basically right now, because I made the $5 rewards here, you get to play with me. I don't want to say you could either pay to play with me, or you could be these other people who play with me for free. I don't want to do that. I think that would be insulting to my Patreon pledgers. So that's why I've made it that way, and I hope people understand that. If there's a better way to explain it, then I'll try and explain it that way, but that's the best way I can think of putting it. Am I going to add people on PS4 at any point? I really don't know. Like, the games I play on PS4 are not games that I hope that other people on my channel will play, except for Battlefront. Honestly, Battlefront is okay, but like all the other games I have on it are either like mediocre that I just don't think that people should go out of their way to buy, like especially limited run games, or they're single-player games that you can't play with me anyway, or actually that's it. Like, the only multiplayer game I have right now is Battlefront. But there are other games I'm going to be getting in the future. I hope to get Call of Duty. I hope to get The Crew 2. There's all sorts of games that are coming out for PS4 that I hope to get. The problem is, those are games that I do not encourage my fans to get, especially the younger ones. Like, I have Grand Theft Auto 5 on the Xbox One. I love that game to death. I think it's one of the funnest games I've ever played. But am I going to go ahead and say, yeah, everyone get Grand Theft Auto 5? Absolutely not. I really don't think that you should buy that unless you're an adult. But the majority of my fans are not adults. It's fine, Jen. Seriously, if you guys can't donate, I understand completely. In fact, I actually hope that you use TAD, because that helps out a lot more. Well, not a lot more, but well, I guess it doesn't help out anymore. But they're just as important to me. They're equally as important. Pledging to me on Patreon helps in the long term. Giving me a one-time donation here in the stream helps towards funding that graphics card. But TAD goes towards my actual paycheck, and it helps for me to be able to keep doing YouTube as a job. So really, if you can do TAD, that's what I recommend you do more than anything else, because that is what helps out a whole lot more. Okay, Owen, I'm removing that comment, and if you say it again, I'm timing you out. You come back and say it again, I'm going to ban you. I do not want politics in my chat, but I especially don't want 9/11 truthers, because you guys are all morons. And that's all I'll say about that. Don't need to say any more. Stating the truth. That's it. Yeah, if you do TAD every day, it's way more than Patreon. Like, if you do TAD every day, that's 50 cents a day. So, if you do TAD every day for a month, that's 15 bucks. So unless you're pledging 16 on Patreon, TAD will be more. What's a ShinyLocke? ShinyLocke is when you... Sorry, I have something in my throat. A ShinyLocke is when you... well, it's a self-imposed rule. The game is unaltered in any way. I'm playing an actual game on an actual 3DS with no modifications. Except the 3DS is modified to capture the video. So... trying to think of how to explain this without clearing my throat every minute. Okay, let's hope that's enough. 2 rules. 1, I can only catch shiny Pokemon. Cannot catch anything except for shinies. 2, I cannot progress in the game until I catch a shiny on the current area. Which means I can't go to Route 104 until I catch a shiny here on Route 103. And I've been here for 4,500 encounters. Big Brown Muffin, no, you can only earn up to 500 TAS per day. It tells you can earn more, but only the first 500 count. Okay, seriously, leave politics out of chat. I'm here to have fun. And I can't have fun if I have to keep moderating you guys. So if you pay £5 only this month, can you have Splatoon 1 session? Yes, yes, absolutely. So if you can only pledge on Patreon once, like do $5 this month and then never again, you do get that 1 session with me. So, so yeah, don't worry about it. If you can only do it once, I welcome the 1 time, and you get your reward nonetheless. So I hope I've explained things well enough for you guys. Do I have Discord? I do, but I only ever use it when I record with my group. I don't use it to just chat with people, like, ever, so. Certainly cyanide. The reason is because when I first made the graphics card my donation goal, I asked the chat what the amount should be, and they voted on $500. So when I get the $500, I'm going to look around and see what graphics cards are available for $500, and then I'll just get the one that's closest to that. I think I'll go after the GTX 1070. It's what most people recommend, and it's right around that range anyway, so yeah. So that's the reason. I know that there are cheaper ones, but this is what was agreed upon by the chat, who are the ones who are, you know, funding the money for it. And plus, with graphics cards, it really is a case where you get what you pay for. So a 500 graphics card will be a whole lot better than a cheap $100 one. What's my favorite non-Pokemon 3DS game? Right now, Super Smash Bros. But I'm really looking forward to Metroid: Samus Returns. It's one of the only games that I've ever pre-ordered for the 3DS, so I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, Lima, I really don't know when we're going to hit this goal, but I'll say that I actually didn't think we were ever going to. But you guys have been extremely generous with your donations, and extremely... It's so awesome for me to actually think, I'll get a graphics card and I'll plug it in my computer, and I'll be able to do all sorts of extra stuff on my channel that I never thought possible. So I'm so excited for that. What is my processor? Actually, I'm going to look this up real quick because I honestly don't know. What is my processor? Okay. When... That wasn't it. I'm still here, I'm looking up something. Okay, so people have been asking what my internal build is. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you. I have an AMD A10-6700 APU with Radeon HD graphics at 3.7 gigahertz processor. I have an 8 gigabyte RAM. I have a 64-bit operating system. So, with those put together, I do not have a graphics card. So I think adding the graphics card will make it a gaming PC, because I think this processor is about halfway between an i5 and i7. So, yeah, people have been asking what's inside my computer forever, so I just looked it up and told you. Where do you find TAD? A link to TAD is in the description of the stream. Just scroll all the way down to where it says important links. It's the first one underneath that. No Ragefire. I am against power saves and homebrews in general. So I definitely don't have anything like that. Am I going to do anything special for 200k? Honestly, I don't know. The more I think about it, the more I think maybe I should. But I think 200k is not as important as 250k, because that's $250,000. I think that's a more important number than 200k, which is, I don't know, it's just not that... 200k is not as important to me. Maybe I should do something, but I just don't know what. My favorite Pokemon is Helioptile. I don't know what that means, Psycho Plays. I recommend that you just refresh Patreon and start from the beginning. That's about all I could think of. Well, certainly Cyanide. Like I said, I'm not even going to look at the graphics cards that are available until I earn the money for it. And amazingly, I'm just $88. I'm just $87.03 away. That's amazing. Yes, my 3DS is the Katsu Kitty capture card. I've had it for over 2 years now. I think 3 years, actually. And it's treated me incredibly well. I know plenty of people who say that theirs only lasted 1 year, but mine's lasted for 3 years and hasn't given me any trouble whatsoever. I'm so happy with it. My favorite Pokemon before Helioptile was Latias. It's still my second favorite. Kevin, TAD is a mobile app that is completely free. You download it and you watch ads. You earn a certain number of points per ad that you watch. Those points are called TADs. You can earn up to 500 TADs per day. And when you do, you can just pledge it all to me, and that gets me money for each of those ads. It's only about 50 cents a day, but you can reach that in 15 or 20 minutes. It doesn't take long. And the more people do it, and as long as you do it every day, it just really adds up, and it's really a great way of helping to support the channel. Call it a replacement for if you have turned off ad block or if you are unable to donate here but you really, really want to. TAD is a great way of doing that. How long have I known Fishy? About 1.5 years by now, I think. My favorite game ever? Pokemon Silver. Specifically Silver. Not Gold and Silver. Silver. I don't know why, I just like Silver more. What shiny am I hoping for? Hoping for either Poochyena or Wingull. But if I get another Zigzagoon, I'll be happy with it. I just don't want one because I already have one. But if I get one, I'll be okay with that and move on to Route 104. How did I meet Fishy? Haven't met Fishy yet. We're not planning on meeting until February. When I go up to New York, he's going to come down from Canada to meet me. Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon? Well, we don't know anything about the games yet, except that Lycanroc has a new form. That's literally the only thing we know about them. Do TADs count for the session? Oh, you mean Patreon? No, unfortunately. Like, the only way to get the Patreon reward is to pledge to me on Patreon. Do I like the Sun and Moon series? The anime? No, I do not. I really wanted to, because it's still Pokemon, but I just couldn't. I tried and I didn't like it. Oh, that's funny you mentioned that, Sir Potato, because I was thinking about it. X and Y, there's a Wii U in every person's room, right? Well, over 17, 16, one of those. Regardless, there were, let's just say, 16 million copies of X and Y out in the world, but only 13 million Wii U's. So that means there are actually more Wii U's in Kalos than there are in the real world. Think about that. There's only 13 million Wii U's that sold in real life. There's over 16 million X and Y games, and each of those has a Wii U inside them. So there are more virtual Wii U's than actual Wii U's, which I think is the only time in history that can be claimed in a Pokemon game. That's hilarious. Later, Splat. Thanks for being in here. Thank you, Kevin. I really appreciate it. Like I said, every single person who uses TAD, you are making a difference. You are supporting the channel, and I cannot thank you enough. So thank you for that. Every single person who just watches my videos, I cannot thank you enough, because that means the world to me. This is the best job ever, and it's all because of you guys. There's nothing that I have done that has made this possible. It is all you guys who have made it possible. Oh, that's fine, Roar. Seriously, I appreciate no matter what you do to support the channel. If all you can do is TADs, I encourage you to keep doing TADs as much as possible. 500 a day, every single day that you can. It really, really means a lot. No Ragefire TAD does not go towards the graphics card, only donations that are earned here in the stream. TAD just goes towards my regular paycheck, so I'll be able to do things like eat more than just ramen, and be able to afford to drive places, i.e. buy gas and stuff. So, what games do I plan on playing when I get the graphics card? Well, biggest one is Overwatch, because I have it on PC, but it's really not the highest quality without a graphics card. But a graphics card would allow for me to stream Switch and Wii U games, which I currently cannot. It would allow for me to add a webcam and GIFs and animated graphics and stuff like that. It would just help out basically every single aspect of my live streams and my channel. Because then I'd be able to play Overwatch, make Overwatch videos. I really would love to do that. It would allow for me to record gameplay in 1080p instead of 720p. Which isn't that big of a deal, but it would still make my videos look a lot nicer, that's for sure. It would allow for me to stream more things more often, probably. It would just help out basically every aspect of my channel. And hey, Kevin, if you are saving up for a Switch, good for you. I hope that you get your Switch soon. Seriously, guys, I don't want for you to ever do anything you don't want to. This is the most important thing. If you donate to me, I want you to donate because you want to, not because you feel obligated. If you don't want to support me on TAD, don't. I don't care. I wish you would, because it's free, it doesn't take much time, and it does help. But if you just don't want to, fine, don't. I want for you to do whatever you want to support the channel and nothing more. What's the refresh rate on my monitor? 60. Like, honestly, I have friends who have like 144, and they're like, oh, look at how high quality these graphics are, look at the frame rate. I cannot tell the difference between 60 and anything above it. Just like I can't tell the difference between 1080p and 4K. I cannot tell the difference, and so I don't see why I should bother investing in more expensive equipment to not tell the difference. This screen is 1080p 60 refresh. I don't care. I don't need anything more than that. So, yeah. There are also more Wii U's in Lola. Yeah, there are. It's hilarious. How come I stopped the Pokemon Sun Nuzlocke? Mostly because no one was watching it. I think my last episode, I went to record my next one, and then I saw that the previous episode didn't even have 1,000 views. And I decided that it wasn't worth it to keep up the series if no one was going to watch it. So that's what happened. Certainly, like, I cannot tell the difference. I'm sorry. Like, I have been shown all the differences. 60 FPS, 75 FPS, 100 FPS, 144 FPS. I cannot tell the difference. I can tell the difference between 30 and 60, but not 60 and anything above. 60 is where it maxes out for me. That's seriously it, and sorry if that upsets anyone, but I cannot tell the difference. Just like I can't tell the difference between 1080p and 4K. Everyone's like, look at how high quality the graphics are, and I'm like, you're able to show more shades of gray. Like, what else do you want? I don't know, I do what I do, and I'm stuck with this. Just like I've acknowledged that I'm stuck with an ugly face. And honestly, like, maybe, like, I know that, like, there are people who can tell the difference between 60 and above, but I've seen plenty of people who bash games just because they're not at 100. Like, one of the only negative reviews of Breath of the Wild was from someone who said, like, it was at 30 all this time, but at one point, according to my counter, it dropped down to 29, and that's inexcusable in this day and age. And I'm like, are you kidding me? You're going to judge an entire game based off the fact that it dropped one frame at one point, which most people won't even notice. Beyond that, Jim Sterling is just an idiot, so his opinion shouldn't matter regardless, but that is unfortunately a very popular opinion among PC gamers especially, that if the frame rate ever drops below 1 trillion, that it's a horrible game, which you guys are stupid if you honestly believe that. I ran a poll on Twitter last night. 60% of people said, no, it doesn't matter, 40% did. I don't know if it was just a joke, but if frame rate is that important to you, you've got to change your priorities. Like, I think I heard somewhere that the human eye can see normally at about 75 frames per second, but during times of stress or when they're trying to focus intently on something, then it can get up to 1,000. But just normally during stressful times, it's at like 150. So in that sense, people who have 144 refresh monitors, that makes sense. But if you normally see at 75, 60 isn't that different, so I don't see why you should worry about more than 60 in all honesty. I mean, I'll stop talking about it because now we're getting into stuff I just flat out don't know enough about. Okay, well, my plan was to go up to 4,700 encounters, but honestly, I think I'll be happy to go above that. I've only been streaming for 1 hour 15 minutes. Someone tell Sagasti thank you. Actually, everyone tell Sagasti Skul says thank you. My least favorite legendary. If Fione counts, then Fione. If not, then Regigigas. My kid or squid? Can't I be both? What's wrong with being both? You're a kid now, you're a squid now. You're a kid, you're a squid, you're a kid, you're a squid. I just love Glitch's music. So nice. So beautiful. Seriously. If you guys are not subbed to her on YouTube, you are missing out. How long did it take for me to get the shiny starter? Only 700 encounters or so. It didn't take that long. Not this long, anyway. I have the highlight on my channel if you want to see it. Shiny Trico. Yeah, Josiah, I haven't had any lag issues in the past over 100 encounters, so I guess it works. I'm thanking her for being here. Do I want DexNav to come back in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon? Not really. Honestly, SOS hunting is way easier. Jay, I just made a hide-and-seek video yesterday. Didn't you see it? You miss Pokemon and me? Well, we have Pokemon Refresh, which is almost the same thing. And it is the same thing, just a little... Well, it's kind of the same thing. You can still pet your Pokemon. They can still raise an affection. It's just different how you do it now. My favorite starter ever is Snivy, and this game Mudkip. Did I end the stream yesterday? Yes, I did, because I was sick and tired of the lag, but I think I fixed all my lag issues. At the very least, there's no lag issues now, so I think we're all good. No, it wasn't the game, it was the stream. It kept dropping down and lagging out. I really don't know why, but I fixed the problem by tricking the Wi-Fi router into sending out the signal for the wired connection instead of the Wi-Fi connection, and I connected to that. And it seems to be a whole lot more reliable than the one that I was on prior, so I think we're all good now. Why do I delete my streams? I don't delete my streams. Yesterday's I did delete, but that was just because it was so frustrating I didn't want anyone to watch it. All the ones before that I just keep unlisted. There's really no reason for people to go back and watch the streams if nothing exciting happened anyway. Whenever I find a shiny, I will keep those streams, but I'll still upload the highlights on its own. Oh, thanks, Kevin. I appreciate it. Feel free to come back when you're all done. Luna, one of my mods did, and he knows why. Do I have 2 PCs to stream Overwatch and stuff? No, I don't have 2 PCs, I only have 1. Honestly, when I get a graphics card, I should be able to stream Overwatch from the same PC. Like, I don't see why not. No, TAD is 100% free, and that's why I'm encouraging all of you to use it. Because you can download it for free, it only takes 15 or 20 minutes to max it out, and I get the money from the ads. It's a way for you to support me that doesn't cost you anything except 15 minutes of your time. I think you guys can afford that, right? TS, the limit is 500 per day, so if you got 1,000 yesterday, I'm sorry, but only the first 500 counted. It'd be kind of difficult to do that then, wouldn't it, Ben? Kayana calls me mean all the time, so I don't know what video you're talking about. I don't know, Sagasti. I'm going to... I'll probably go up to 4,800, probably. Maybe even more. Luna, I don't want to hear any more of it from either you or them. Just leave it at that, okay? They should be welcome back. It should have just been a timeout, which means it's been 5 minutes. So, they should be able to come back now, as long as they don't say what they were saying before to get them timed out. Yeah, sorry, TS. Only the first 500 count per day. I'm sorry that you spent so much extra time doing more. That sucks. Yeah, Brianna, I'm so excited. I'm less than $100 away towards the goal. I'm over 82% of the way there. So that's exciting. It's really exciting. Elima thinks that I'll hit it by mid-next week. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Where did I get my capture card? Well, the one I have for my Switch is an Elgato that I got off eBay. This capture card for my 3DS is from Katsu Kitty. It's, I think, 3dscapture.com. At the time, it cost me $500, and I think they're $600 now. They're not cheap, but, you know, for how often I use it, it definitely comes in handy. Luna, I'm not going to say it out loud. If they don't remember, then they should come back and be fine, right? What is the PC graphics card? Well, think about it this way. This is a very rough analogy, and it's not entirely accurate, but it should give you an idea. When you play a DVD, you don't put the DVD directly into the television and play it that way, do you? You need to put it into a DVD player first. Right now, my computer, whenever I am doing graphics of any kind, like watching videos or playing games or whatever, all of that is being played directly from the CPU. A graphics card would act as a DVD player if you consider the games to be movies. It would be a DVD player. It would handle all of the information on the graphics so that my computer can do other things instead of spend all of its time just looking at the graphics. The graphics card will do that. So I hope that makes sense. That is the best way I could think of to explain it. How much was my Switch? I paid $300 for it plus tax. I pre-ordered it from Best Buy, so I paid suggested retail price. Of course, that same day I got an extra 2 pairs of Joy-Cons and Breath of the Wild and all of the Zelda amiibo. So I think I ended up spending like, I don't know, like $600–700 that day on everything. Worth it, but that was a lot of money. But just the Switch itself was just $300. And yes, I highly recommend everyone who can get a Switch to get a Switch. It is, honestly, it is one of the best gaming consoles Nintendo has ever put out. It is extremely awesome. It is great. I cannot recommend it enough. Plus, there are some really great exclusive games on it right now. Especially Splatoon 2, but also Breath of the Wild, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, ARMS. There's all sorts of really, really fun games for the Switch right now. What time is it where I'm at? It is 12:44, just a hair after noon. Yeah, I know it's more for other people like Canada and Australia, but it's worth every penny as far as I'm concerned. Of course, it might go down in price at a later date. I'm sure Nintendo might do that just to entice more people to get it. But if they do that, it probably won't be until like a year or two from now, maybe. It'll be a while, because they literally cannot be kept on shelves right now, so Nintendo has no reason to drop the price. They won't until they start getting a larger amount of stock, which won't be for another year or two. Pixel, there's nothing to worry about with that. Have you seen that video where someone dropped a Switch from 1,000 feet up? It didn't get a scratch. The Joy-Con broke, but that's it. The Switch itself was fine. Not a crack, no dead pixels, not even a scratch on the screen. It was perfectly fine. So if it can survive a drop from 1,000 feet without any issues, it can survive you just playing it in your hands for a while. What am I hoping for in this route? Hoping for either Poochie in it or Wingull, but I'll accept a Zigzagoon just to get through the game quicker. I think after tax it came out to like 330. Well, not exactly, but it was like 320 something. Because I have the highest tax rate in my state. My tax is 8.25%, 8.25%. So when I got my Switch, it was 300 plus 8.25%. So that comes out to, I think, like 325. And even then, like when I got the Switch, I also got the 2 Joy-Cons to go with it. You know, the right red, left blue, and the 2 gray. So everything all together just cost, you know, I'm not even going to look at what it cost all together, but per item, it was 300. So I'm happy with that. My favorite Pokemon game is Pokemon Silver. How excited am I for a main series Pokemon game on Switch? I'm excited mostly just because the possibilities of what they can do with that are huge. I'm really looking forward to seeing what they can do. I don't know what it's going to be. What I would like is something that I'm sure they're not going to do. I would like to see on the Switch, it starts out in a new region, and you go through that region like normal. You know, all 8 gyms, then the Elite Four, and overall there's still the bad guy story about, and probably the new mechanic, and all sorts of character development. Basically, you spend 20 or 25 hours just getting through the main game, right? Well, then, afterwards, the story continues, and you have to go to all the previous regions, take on all of their leagues, become the champions of all those, and then after you've done that for all 8 regions, so like, what, 200-300 hours later, then you unlock the battle frontier. That's what I would love to see, but I seriously don't think they're going to do that. That'd be way too big. But it's exciting because the Switch could handle it. It's possible. The 3DS can't. The 3DS can barely do Sun and Moon. Barely. I'm looking forward to seeing what Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are going to be able to do. But the Switch is able to do that and more. So even though I seriously doubt that's what's going to happen, the fact that that could happen is what makes me excited. Because that means that they're going to be able to make the biggest Pokemon games ever. I don't think it'll be open world. That just goes too against the Pokemon formula for that to happen. But I do think that it's going to be a big deal. The biggest deal ever in the history of Pokemon. Kevin, you can earn up to 500 TADs per day, and once you do, you hit the little Fun Creators bar at the bottom of the screen, the blue one that says Fun Creators. Search for my name, and hit the plus button by my name, and that sends the TADs to me, and I get the money from them. That's how that works. Why make a Pokemon game for a console? Well, the Switch is a hybrid console. It's both a handheld and a home console. And honestly, it just makes sense to go to that next. The 3DS, we maxed out what it can do. Sun and Moon have basically pushed it to its limits. Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon will probably do it even more so. The 3DS is over. Like, it's been out now for 6 years. Next year, it'll be out for 7. That's a good lifetime for a handheld. So there's just no point in continuing on with that. We've already put 2 full generations on the 3DS. It's time to move on to the next thing. And the next thing is the Nintendo Switch. How much is 500 TADs of money? It's about 50 cents. That's why it's important for as many of you to do it as possible every single day, because it does add up. Don't worry, Kevin. Like I said, it doesn't take long. Just 15 or 20 minutes. You don't need to watch the whole ad. Just long enough for the TADs to count, and you can have your phone on silent while you do, so you don't even need to watch the ads. Just have it on in the background while you do other things, like watch this stream, for example. What are my shiny Pokemon so far? Shriko and Zigzagoon. How to have a good YouTube channel? My biggest tip for YouTube is this, and it's a big one. Have fun. I don't want for anyone to make a channel based off of content they don't enjoy making. I want for you to make a channel based off of what you love. Because when you don't, people will know, and they won't be interested. But make content that you enjoy, and people will see it. People will come to watch your content. Seriously. Yeah, I know the Switch is expensive. That is the downside. But at the same time, that means you're getting a much better gaming experience. Plus, you'll be able to play Pokemon games on your TV, which currently you can't do, and before you could only do with add-ons to other consoles anyway, like the Super Game Boy or the Game Boy Player, or the transfer pack for Pokemon Stadium on N64. That's it. Nowadays, I could play this on the TV if I plugged in my capture card, made it full screen, and then plugged my HDMI cord into my TV from my computer. It's possible, it's just, it's probably going to be better on the Switch, I'll just say that. I know the Switch is expensive, but think about it like this. Pokemon won't be out until next year earliest. Most of us are thinking 2019. That gives you plenty of time to save up $300 to get one. And the price will probably drop by then, too. Just to entice more people to get one to prepare for Pokemon. Trust me, when Pokemon comes out, it's going to be huge. Huge! It's completely possible Pokemon will be the best-selling game on the Switch. Right now, it's Breath of the Wild, sold over 5 million. I think Mario Odyssey is going to pass that with 7 million by the end of the year. Guess what? Pokemon, when that comes out, it's going to double Mario Odyssey easily. Especially if they make 2 versions. But they won't even need to make 2 versions. Just one will be enough. Pokemon will be the system seller. It's always the system seller for handhelds. And The Switch is a handheld. It's also a home console. It is both. Oh, thank you, Alexander. I very much appreciate it. Thanks a ton. Oh, man, just the thought. The first time I thought of Metroid on the Switch, it blew my mind. And that was about a year before they announced Metroid, a month before they announced Metroid on the Switch. And then they did, and I thought, well, that's the game I'm most excited for. I'm more excited for Metroid than I am for Pokemon Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. I don't know why. I've never played a Metroid game in my life. I'm hoping to soon. I'm hoping to go to the Arcade Expo in October, pick up a SNES and NES, and get Metroid for both of them. I really, really want to play Metroid. The fact that they're finally making Metroid Prime 4, and it'll be on the Switch, that excites me. Pokemon, we're always going to have. It's going to be on the 3DS this year. Next year or the year after, it's going to be on the Switch. We'll always have Pokemon. Metroid, this is going to be the first main Metroid game in 10 years. That is so exciting to me. That I'm finally going to be on top of that. Yeah, I know in my first Fizz I had a bad microphone. I was using a webcam that is even worse than this one. It was a really bad. I ended up getting a video camera maybe 6 months maybe after I started YouTube, and I'm glad I did because I love it. I'm using the exact same model camera as I did when I first started. Of course, my very first camera got drowned at Disney World, which is in a video that I will not mention, but if you want to check it out, you should go look at RIP Skul's camera. So, yeah, I have Pokemon Go. I cannot for the life of me find any legendary raids. I've been looking so much and I never found a single one. RIP. Anyway, but yeah. There's Splatoon 3. No, there's not Splatoon 3. There's Splatoon 2. Jay, when I do, well, if I do, it won't be until I live stream it, and that won't be until I get a graphics card for my PC so I can live stream it. Super Kip, the app itself is called TAD. Link to it is in the description of the stream. It's under important links, the first one. So, yeah, you download TAD completely for free. You watch videos, which earns you points called TADs. It only takes 15 or 20 minutes to earn 500, and you can only earn 500 a day. And then once you do, you hit the little fun creators icon at the bottom of the screen. Search for my name, hit the plus button beside it, voila, you just gave me 50 cents. And I really encourage you guys to do it every single day, because if it's only one person who only does 50 cents, it's not that much, obviously. But if one person did 50 cents every day for a week, that's $3.50. That's $15 a month. And that's just if one person did it. Imagine if 100 people did it. You're looking at a lot more. Now imagine if 1,000 people did it. And all that money helps for me to keep doing YouTube as a job. It lets me keep the best job that I could ever ask for. Did I see the Splatoon 2 data mine? I saw that it was data mined. I haven't looked at it myself because I want to be spoiler free as much as possible. What microphone do I use? I just use the mic that's on this webcam. It's a Logitech something. I really need a new microphone. Maybe that'll be my next donation goal. Actually, yeah, I've already decided. Okay, that's going to be my next donation goal. A much better microphone. For most of my other things, though, I just use the microphone on my... I use the microphone on my video camera. Nope, my game is no longer lagging, Sam, and it was never my game anyway. It was OBS. And it turns out it wasn't even OBS. It was because I was hooked up to the wrong Wi-Fi network. I'm on the proper one now. I haven't lagged in over an hour and a half. I'm much better now. So I think it's all fixed. No, I don't, Olima. I don't want to know anything from the data mine. And if anyone spoils any of the data mining, my mods will time you out. That's your only warning. Random, no, TAD is 100% free. The app is free, the ads are free, you just pledge it to me, and the money from those ads goes to me. The only thing you'd ever have to worry about as far as coming from your personal pocket is if you were to donate to me here on stream. if you don't want to, use TAD because it's free for you 100%. It's like when you watch YouTube. That's how I get most of my money, is on YouTube. You watch my videos, you sit through the little ad at the front, and if you use ad block, please turn it off because that's how I get money. That's how I'm able to keep YouTube as a job. You sit through that ad at the front, it's free to you, but I get money from the ad. TAD works exactly the same way. The Nora Squad, yes, I got Sonic Mania, but I got it from Amazon and they just shipped it out yesterday. So it won't be here till tomorrow, unfortunately. But I did get Sonic Mania, and I'm looking forward to it so much. What's my favorite game ever? Pokemon Silver. And TAD, can you use split screen? I don't know. You'll have to try it and find out for yourself. I've never tried that myself. How often do I upload hide and seek videos? Well, I upload funny moments videos from Splatoon every Tuesday, and I'd say about half the time they're hide and seek videos, so twice a month. But I upload other Splatoon stuff as well, Splatoon 2 stuff as well. On Saturdays, that's my salmon run time, and then on Mondays and Thursdays, I upload single-player campaigns. So that's 4 Splatoon 2 videos a week, and one of them is half the time hide and seek, so probably not as often as you guys would like. But here's the thing. I rely on other people to help make hide and seek videos for me. Those people make videos of their own, and I don't want to get so far ahead of them that you don't even want to watch their videos. Yeah, Alexander, if you can't donate, then please, I encourage you to use TADs, because it's another way of you donating, but it doesn't cost you anything. I still get money from that. So if you want to help the channel out, but you don't have money, use TAD. It'll help out a ton, and it's completely free to you. My favorite YouTube person. The thing is, like, I watch a ton of YouTubers for various different things. Like, if you were to look at my subscriber list, like who I'm subscribed to here on YouTube, it's like 200 people for various different things. I watch Vanos and his friends. I watch Scott Manley for Kerbal Space Program videos. I watch various Battlefront YouTubers. I watch various Pokemon YouTubers. I watch Fail Army. I watch Boogie2988. There's just so many people that I watch. It's amazing. And I couldn't possibly pick one person from all that because I like all of them. They're just so entertaining. Do I play Splatoon 2 in my own time? Yeah, like, not too often, but pretty often, fairly often. Like, maybe an hour or two every day. Maybe an hour or two every other day. Maybe half an hour every other day. But yeah, I do play it on my own. Make more Battlefront videos. Well, Battlefront's kind of dead. I will be making plenty of Battlefront 2 videos when that comes out. In fact, I was thinking of starting a Fails and Wins series for Battlefront 2, but we'll have to see how that goes. Do I know Zach Scott Games? Yeah, I've reached out to him multiple times asking if he wants to collab with me in Splatoon, but he's not interested, so... But yes, I do know who he is. Umbreon, that's the point. They take submissions for fails and they edit them into videos. That's the whole point of their channel. Like, people are like, you only upload other people's videos. Yeah, well, those people submit their videos to be uploaded. It's not like they're stealing those videos. Do I think the plant will hit Earth? The plant? What? The plant? I don't know. Will I play with Callie Mackin? I'm not at liberty to discuss what we have planned. What do I use to record? When I record my face and stuff, I use the Sony Handycam HDR CX190. It's like a $200 camera, but it is awesome. I cannot recommend it enough. For video games, I use an Elgato capture card. It's like $150 right now, I guess. If you want a 60 FPS. If it's just 100, then you can go with just... if it's just a regular 30 FPS, then it's 100, but whatever. And then for whenever I record my computer screen, however rarely that is, I use Fraps. which is like a $40 program. That's basically all I need to record. Elgato, Sony Handycam, and Fraps. With that, I can record literally anything. I am capable of live streaming Atari 2600 games to you guys right now, thanks to my Elgato. I'm not gonna, because I think this is more entertaining, but still, isn't that hilarious to think about? How many TADs can you earn in one day? 500. So, you max out at 500, you pledge it to me, you close the app, you pick it up tomorrow, do the same thing. How do TADs work? Well, you watch a video, and you get TADs from watching the video. When you reach 500, you pledge it to me, and I get money from all of those videos that you watched. It's like 10 TADs equals a penny. So you can max out at 500 TADs in a day, which is about 50 cents. But again, the more people do it, the better. And plus, if you do it every single day, then you alone are helping out a ton. So yeah, I just recommend, like, you guys use it as much as possible. 500 a day, that's 15 minutes. You can get that in 15 minutes. You do that every day for a week, that's $3.50. That's $15 a month if you use it every single day in a month. And obviously, I know that it's not, like, I know that you guys can't actually do it every single day in a month, but you get the idea. It adds up very quickly, and it helps to make sure that I can keep doing this as a job. Because YouTube does not pay enough, because the Wall Street Journal and The Guardian in Britain decided that they do not like people who make more money than they do. Which is not me, for the record. But there's a lot of YouTubers who do. They don't like new media, is what it comes down to. So, as a result, all of us have suffered. I can still earn a living off of YouTube. It's just nowhere close to what I used to earn. TAD helps to make that a reality. And all that extra money goes to things like my New York trip in February. It'll allow for me to do that. I'm hoping to go to more events next year, like cons and tournaments for Pokemon and stuff like that. TAD will help me to do all of that. So if you guys help me out on TAD, if there's 85 of you who helped out on TAD right now, that is $42. Just right now. If you guys all downloaded TAD and you guys all did 500 today, that's $42. Multiply that by 7, that's what? $2,800? No, $280 in a week. And that's just for you guys in here who are doing that. That is more than enough to help for me to do extra things that I'm just unable to do right now. All sorts of things that I really want to do in order to meet you guys and put back into the channel. Oh, thanks, Kevin. So what you do is once you reach the 500 TADs, that's not the end of it. You still need to hit the Fund Creators button at the bottom of the screen. So it's a blue bar with white text that says Fund Creators. You touch that, you search for my name, you hit the plus button beside it, and that is how you finish it every day. Do I have to put in personal info? Do you? I think it asks for your email, but that's just to make sure you don't abuse the system. And even then, maybe not. Like if you were to hit the link on the computer, what it does is it asks for you to put in your phone number, but that's just so that it can text you a link to download it from the App Store. That's it. It doesn't keep your personal info except to tailor the ads more to your liking. That's it. It's like on YouTube. The algorithm on YouTube is set up in such a way as to recommend videos that you are more inclined to watch. Like, I like watching video game videos. It's not going to, as a result, YouTube is not going to give me makeup tutorials to watch next. TAD works the same way. That's the only personal information that it'll do, is to look at what you're watching and use that to recommend what you watch next. It doesn't keep track of your name, your address, your phone number, your credit card information, which you don't put in anyway. So, it doesn't keep personal information. It is as unintrusive as possible. So I hope that explains it well. Let's see, who was it who asked that? I don't even know how to pronounce it. Eric. Okay, Eric. two things. One, no. Two, I'm unable to stream Splatoon 2 right now because my computer's not powerful enough without that graphics card I'm saving up for. When I get the graphics card, I'll be more than happy to stream Switch games. I just can't right now. I can only stream 3DS games, and even then, just barely. You'll notice whenever someone donates, the stream lags a little bit. That's because of the one extra thing that's put on screen that my computer just cannot handle. Otherwise, what else? When I get the graphics card, I'll be happy to stream, but I don't have one, so I can't stream, so definitely not this Friday. This Friday, I'm probably going to be spending the whole day preparing to leave anyway. Saturday, I'm driving to South Carolina to watch the solar eclipse, and I'll be there until Tuesday. So I got to work on more videos, come to think of it, to put up while I'm gone. But anyway, yes, I will vlog the whole thing. Yay. How do you stream? Well, I use a program called Open Broadcaster Software, OBS. It basically takes whatever I tell it to put on screen, and then it sends the information to YouTube to live stream. I'm going to stream or make a playthrough of Sonic Mania. I'd like to stream it, but unfortunately, I don't have a way of streaming it. Tad has bad reviews. Well, I don't care. I don't know why it has bad reviews, honestly. It's like, I've been using it for a week, and I haven't had any issues, and it does help me a lot. Like, it actually does, like, basically ignore the bad reviews, okay? That's all I can say. They're not paying me to say that. They're basically giving me a job. So, I have nothing bad to say about them. Am I going near South Carolina? Yeah, I am going to South Carolina. I'm going to Aiken, which I just found out yesterday is pronounced Aiken and not Aiken. What's an Elgato? It's a capture card that captures HDMI devices, although mine can also capture AV stuff as well. So I mostly use it for my Switch, but if I wanted to, I could use it for my PS4, Xbox One, Wii U. Those are just the HDMI devices. And then whenever I record N64 footage, I use it for that. I can use it for GameCube, Sega Genesis. What else do I have? PlayStation 1, Atari. I can record VHS tapes. Basically, I use it to record gameplay footage for anything that's not on my computer. Yeah, Sagasti, I'm going to 4,800 minimum. I might go even further. Someone tell her that. Maybe when I hit the cash goal, I'll get the shiny. Maybe, but that means that we're still a long ways away from getting the shiny, so I hope not. Would I consider playing Monster Hunter? I would if Monster Hunter Double Cross was in English, but it's not. I'm getting it, but it's probably just going to stay on my shelf and rot because I don't have a way of playing it. Please don't promote your channels, people. You're here to watch me, not to ask for subs. And if you are here to watch for subs, then goodbye. That's about all I can say. Do I have an Xbox One? Yes, I do. Yeah, seriously, I recommend that you download TAD using the link in the description. It's the best way to make sure you get the correct one, the correct app if there are more than one. And I think I get a tiny bit as a referral as well. Will I get Rocket League on Switch? Yeah, I will. And you betcha I'm going to play that a lot. I've seen people play Rocket League for so long, and I've wanted to play it. Now that it's coming to Switch, I finally have a reason to get it. I'm super excited for it as well. What is my favorite word? It is my favorite word. I find I say it quite often, actually. It is a word that I love to say. Thanks, guys. Remember, you can earn up to 500 a day, and I recommend that you try and get up to 500 as much as possible. it really does help out. Every little bit counts, and every little bit just helps out in ways you cannot ever understand, and in ways that I'll never ever be able to fully appreciate. So thank you so much. What if there was an evil Great Zapfish? Splatoon 3, Call of Woomy. What's my favorite name? I don't know. How much is 500 tabs of money? About 50 cents. That's why it's so important that you guys do it every single day, and that as many of you do it as possible. Because 50 cents isn't that much, but it does add up as long as people do it often and a lot. Have I heard about Little Nightmares? I'd like to say it sounds familiar, but I don't know anything about it. My favorite color is green, and please, Qtone, stop typing in all caps. I see everyone's messages, so you don't need to type in all caps. What do I like more, Splatoon or Pokemon? I like Pokemon more, but that's probably just because it's been out longer. But I definitely like Pokemon more. If I could rename one Pokemon, what would it be? I would rename Snivy and call it Smugleaf. Seriously, Smugleaf. It's perfect. Seriously, it's perfect. My favorite type is Fairy, and I've now been streaming for a hair under 2 hours without issues, so I think we can officially say the lag is gone. Hype in the chat. Splatoon or Splatoon 2? Honestly, Splatoon 2. I don't know why, I just like it a little more. Even though it's a bit thin right now in terms of content, I like it a whole lot more. It's very, very fun. The song playing right now is Champion Cynthia, remixed by Glitch X City. Well, Jin, I think the answer is obvious. My least favorite Pokemon is Garbodor. Because it's a pile of trash. And I know everyone's like, well, Muck is just a pile of goo. And I'll say, yeah, that's why it's my second least favorite. I'm not saying Garbodor is any less of a Pokemon. Like, I'm not saying at all that they're running out of ideas. I just, you know, it is a pile of trash when it comes down to it. So I'm just not a big fan of piles of trash. As much as I am, say, electric cute little lizards that are my channel mascot. Yeah, you can if you want, Pikachu Cat. Yeah, like Trubbish is okay. Like I don't dislike Trubbish at all. It's just Garbodor. And it might have something to do with that Garbotoxin card that dominated the format for way too much. But I like Trubbish. I don't like Garbodor. I don't know why not, but it is. We got a $10 donation from Iris. High school, good luck on shiny hunting. Say hi to Sadazay and Zippy for me. Hype in the chat, everybody. Thank you so much, Iris, for your donation. Holy cow. We are very close to 85% of the way there. Holy cow, I cannot believe it. Oh, man. $10. Thanks so much, Iris. That's a total of... Hold on. I think that's a total of $26 that's been donated today. More than. I think it's almost $30 that's been donated today. That is amazing. Oh, my goodness. That's so very generous of you guys. And look at that. We're only 70 Hold on, $77.03 away. That's amazing. I can't believe it. You guys are awesome. You know that? My favorite starter ever is Snivy. Do I know a YouTuber called CND? I'd like to say it sounds familiar, but I couldn't tell you what they do or who they are, so maybe I've heard of them, but I don't know who they are. Da 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 da. I love Glitch's music. Da da. How many designs can you submit? As many as you want. There's no limit. Why is my Trico's name Geico? When I got the shiny Trico at long last, I asked everyone what to nickname it. Jen just donated $5. Tell Chocolate Milk Gamer and Fishy hi for me in New York, please. Oh, thank you so much. Unfortunately, Choco will not be there because he has school, but I will tell Fishy. Thank you so much, Jen. Hype once again in the chat. That's $427.97. Thank you so much. Holy cow. Look, we're up over 85% of the way there. Oh, man. Thank you so much, Jen. But yeah, Fishy is going to do his best to be there. I think he is like a 75% sure thing. Choco, unfortunately, will not be able to go because he has school. He will not be able to get it off. So that's a bummer, but what can you do? I still think Fishy will be there, and I think Jordan Japan's even more of a sure thing. We're going to try and do a triple fan meetup. So if you're a fan of me or Jordan or Fishy, then we're going to do like a meetup at the Nintendo store on Saturday, February 24th is our current plan. Do not put that in stone or anything, because that's still 6 months away. Anything can happen, but that is our plan as of right now. My favorite gym leader? Skyla. Oh, thank you, Super Kip. I appreciate it. Remember, you can donate up to $500 per day. Will Kayana be there? No, she lives in the Netherlands. Kayana is actually busy saving up right now for a laptop computer. So, in fact, I'm going to be putting an ad in front of my next Hide and Seek video to promote that. It's going to be a very expensive computer. So expensive, it would be more expensive than her coming and visiting New York. So, so she needs as much money as she can get for that. Please, next be shiny. Well, we're gonna see. Nope, no shiny. Where's the Nintendo store? It's in New York somewhere. I'm not exactly sure where, but that's like I've always wanted to go there, even though I know it's sort of lame these days. But it just seems like the most appropriate place to do a fan meetup. It's easy to get to. Like we're all Nintendo fans, so why not, right? Of course, maybe don't scream so loudly, thanks Nintendo, while we're there. Can you support her? Yeah, she's taking commissions. So if you like her art, then you can commission art from her to help her out. It's not cheap. It's like, I think, 50 euros for a good piece of art, but it's worth every penny. I really recommend that you help her out if you can. Like I said, I know it's a lot of money for things, but all that money does go towards a new PC, which she needs a lot, so yeah. There's a $5.03 donation from Akira Suiza. Thank you so much. Hype once again in the chat. So that puts us up to $433 on the mark. I'm sure that's why you did the 3 cents. Thank you so much. It should show up any second here. There you go. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. 86.6% of the way there. We are now exactly $67 away. That's it. Holy cow, that's amazing. We're just kind of sell her art. her Tumblr, I think, has information on it. Actually, you know what? While I'm streaming, I'm going to go ahead... Well, once I get an encounter here, I'm going to go ahead and ask her real quick what the link is to her. Do you have a link to your commission info? See if she replies while I'm still streaming, and I'll go ahead and share it with you. She is still sick, though, so she might be resting. Thank you so much, Pixel. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. Just remember to keep doing that every day as often as possible, and you are going to help my channel out so much. All of you who support me through TAD will help out my channel more than you can ever imagine. Oh, don't worry about it, Kevin. Like, I'm fine. I'm perfectly approachable. You can talk with me. Like, you can talk with me about anything you want, and it would be awesome. There's no need to be intimidated by me. I'm just a normal person like you guys. Do I know about Redbubble? I'd like to say I know about Redbubble, but she might not. Plus, she lives in Europe, so that might not be an option for her. Actually, it might be on her Twitter. I'm going to go ahead and check that out real quick. Twitter.com Pixel Inkling. Okay, here we go. This is her commission info. Kayana's commission info. There, that should give you all the information you need. Hopefully. Oh, that's fine, certainly. As long as you're supporting me through TAD, that's enough. And I really appreciate it. My second Pokemon is a shiny Zigzagoon, which is at level 3, so I can't show it off right now. Any cheap eShop games? Well, on the Switch, I highly recommend Shantae Half Genie Hero. It's only 20 bucks and it's awesome. It's a very, very fun game. Or it might just be 15, actually. Whatever. Denton, could you, if you go to the link in the description under important links, then that should get you the app. If it doesn't, then yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's see. Trying to get $500. Trying to get $500. Yeah. That's funny how that works, huh? Am I going to do 200,000 sub special? I haven't decided yet. I said this earlier. I think 250,000 is a more important number than 200,000. But we'll see. We will see. If I did do 200,000, I seriously don't think I'm going to even hit 200,000 until the end of the year. I don't know what I'm going to do if I do anything. Well, I can't do a live stream with Splatoon because I can't stream Switch or Wii U games until I get the graphics card because my computer is not powerful enough. Yes, TAD is orange. It's an orange, like, sticker-looking thing. And no, TADs don't go towards the donation goal. Only direct donations in the stream go towards the donation goal. That's it. What's a ShinyLocke? Well, ShinyLocke is where I play through the game with two special rules. First rule, I can only catch shiny Pokemon, and second rule, I cannot progress in the game until I catch a shiny in the current area. So I can't go to Route 104 until I catch a shiny here on Route 103. Or just, you know, click the link in the description. Hi Angel, nice to see you. If I go over the gold, do the extras go to Cayenne? No, when I go over the gold, the extras go towards a new microphone, so I don't sound like I'm underwater with this thing.
I wonder how many completed ShinyLocks are. I think A-Drive is the only one who's done ShinyLocks, and he had way better rules than I did. What he did was he would catch a Pokemon and then deck snap for it on these earlier routes. I'm not even doing that. One of my rules is I cannot catch non-shinies. Ted, I already answered that. Like, did you not hear my answer? I don't know. Like, I think I've heard of C&D, but I don't know who they are or what they do on YouTube. At most, I've just heard them, and even then, I'm not entirely sure. What kind of 3DS am I using? I'm using a 3DS XL, just a regular one, not a new one. Can I pronounce Devulture? Devulture, I think that's how it's pronounced. Favorite Pokemon game is Pokemon Silver. Hi Joyce, nice to see you. And yeah, I think I'll just go to 4,800 encounters today. I'm pretty hungry. I still have other videos to make. I need to record the next 2 videos of my Splatoon 2 playthrough of the campaign. One goes up tomorrow, and the other goes up the Monday that I'm gone. If a Pokemon faints, do I have to release it? I haven't decided yet, and luckily I haven't gotten to that point yet. Probably not is what I'm leaning towards, just because of how long it takes to get another Pokemon to replace it. When will I next stream? Probably tomorrow or the day after. What's today? Wednesday? Yeah, today's Wednesday. So, probably tomorrow or the day after. How do you become a mod? I'm not looking for mods right now. So, currently, you don't. It's not dropping frames for me, Epic Gamer. It has to be on your end. What time tomorrow? I don't know. Like, I stream whenever I feel like it, honestly. I know I need a schedule, but whenever I have a schedule for streaming, I dread looking forward to it instead of actually looking forward to it. So, that's just how I work. Usually I stream way later in the day than this. It's just, it was early, so I knew not as many people would be on, so that's why I was streaming this early, so I could troubleshoot why I was lagging so much. I fixed the lag, and I decided to just keep going after that. Now I've been going for 2 hours, so, yeah. I don't speak Russian, so can someone tell me what Lazy Sheep said? Yeah, Psycho, but the thing is, when I asked the chat what the goal should be for the graphics card, they voted on $500, so that's what it's going to be regardless. Once I get the 500, then I'll go ahead and look and see whatever there is. And if it's less than that, then the rest goes towards the next goal. But regardless, 500 is the goal, and that will remain the goal. How many streams have I done for this? Oh, I don't know. If I get like 300 per stream, so I guess I've done, I don't know, 12 or between 12 and 15 streams, I guess, for just this route. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Yeah, greetings from Russia sounds more correct. Okay, we're down to just our last 27 encounters, so we're here in the home stretch of today. What was my last shiny? Salazzle, I'd like to say, in Sun and Moon. Yeah, I'm going to go with shiny Salazzle in Sun and Moon. That didn't take that long at all to find, actually. It just took 2 streams. Psycho, I don't see why it wouldn't. PK Thunder, I would advise against that just because I don't think you want that thing to get stolen or lost or broken while you're there, because that is a very expensive thing. Would I ever attempt a shiny living Pokédex? Well, that's kind of what I'm working on right now, and that's part of the reason why I'm doing the ShinyLocke. I needed to reset the game anyway to go after the shiny legendaries. There's like a dozen to go after. So I figured may as well make it a ShinyLocke too so I could fill up the rest of my living decks. Or at least begin to. Da-da-da. Stupid throat. That's what I get for getting a good 12 hours of sleep. I'm trying to program my body to wake up earlier so that when I have to leave here Saturday at like 6 a.m. it won't be that big of a deal. That of course means having to go to sleep earlier, and my body doesn't like that. I work best at night, and by night I mean like midnight, 1, 2 a.m. So going to bed at 10 is really hard for my body to get used to, but I'm trying to get used to it quicker than later, because Saturday I'm going to be up at 6, I'm going to be up until like 9 or 10 p.m. Going to South Carolina. And then, well, I guess plus an hour for the time zone change, so like 11, 12 p.m. So I'm trying to program my body to get used to that, and it's not easy because it's not how my body normally operates. And I'm sure when I get back next week, I'm going to just go back to normal. Wake up at noon, go to sleep at 3. Oh, Totodile was my last shiny. So I went after the Heart Gold, Soul Silver shiny last, I guess. Okay, how about that? That's news to me. Well, there you go. But yeah, after I get a shiny here on Route 1 and 3, I'm going to go to Route 104, save the game, and then I'm going to switch over to Sun and Moon and hunt for another shiny there, a Gen 7 shiny. Not sure what yet, but I'll go after that. Probably Titanol. I'll probably go after the Titanol shiny. Just to get it over with. Would I ever play a randomizer? Not planning on it. I'm against hacked or modded or ROM games overall, so I prefer the real thing. Okay, 15 encounters left. Maybe we'll get the shiny before that. I hope so. Well, Flamsy, sorry to see you go. Just don't let the door hit you on the way out. If I could delete or add anything in Splatoon 2, what would it be? I would love for the old specials to come back. I know why they're not, because too many of them are overpowered, and some of them just flat out don't work in the current game. But I would love to see like the Ink Strike come back, and stuff like that. But again, I know why they're not there. It definitely needed a bunch of averaging out. What's the word? Balancing out. And certainly that's 100% incorrect. ROMs are always going to be illegal. It's just that, yeah, I mean, 100% ROMs of games are illegal. Just flat out. There's no gray area about it. I understand why the specials in Splatoon 2 are the way they are. It's to help balance the game out, and honestly, it does make it a whole lot more fun. No longer are there specials that make you 100% invincible. At most, there are some that just buff your defense for a few hits. That's it. The specials are awesome in the new game, and I love them. So, I really don't think that I would change anything in the game. Just keeping that in mind. I don't care who this Bullet Berry is, but the law clearly says in terms of copyright, if you copy someone else's intellectual property and put it out there and they're unable to earn money off of it, that's illegal. Even if you don't earn money off of it, that's still illegal. Copying a game to put out there for people to play for free is not... the law clearly says that that's not okay. It's not up for debate. That being said, and I will say this once, the thing is, a lot of people who own those intellectual properties rarely actually pursue legal action because it's hard for them to prove that it's damaged sales or it's hurt their image. It's the same thing as libel. But it's still illegal. Okay, here we go. We're down to our last few encounters. Maybe we'll get a shiny. You bet I'll get it on number 5,000. Well, in that case, we won't see it for a while. Not until next stream. Awesome, Bobo Diddy. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. Remember, you can earn up to 500 per day. What happened to my 3-hour streams? Well, this one was only supposed to be a few minutes anyway while I troubleshooted why it was lagging. I just started extending it for fun. I'm hungry. I have other work to do. And I need to go pick up the mail anyway, so there's other things I need to do, unfortunately. Okay, 3 encounters left. Sorry, Sunset Bow, but I do appreciate that you're here, if that helps. I've already done Route 102, Sonny. I got a shiny Zigzagoon. Oh, Sagasi can hear me now. It's a miracle. But that being said, thank you to the 92 people who are in here. Remember to do your tags today, because it does help out the channel a lot. 95 people, thank you for that. Okay, down to just our last few encounters. Last 2. Yeah, that is good to know, Alima. Yeah, Vulpix, I'll be meeting up, fans. The plan right now is on February 24, which is a Saturday, at the Nintendo store in New York City. Here we go, last encounter for today. Let's see what it is. It's a Wingull, and it's not a shiny. Bummer. Well, that's that. Thanks everyone for watching and for sticking with me, especially earlier during all the lag problems. Thank you to people who donated $40 almost today. That's amazing. Thanks so much, everyone. And thank you to everyone who is supporting me through TAD. Trust me, that helps out so much. I cannot thank you enough. But we're up to 4,800 encounters. Next stream, we'll pass 5,000, and we'll see if we get the shiny then. See you then. Thanks everyone so much for watching, and stay tuned for more.